Khubor ka Batisi TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Motors. The dark is here to rule.
Congress commitment to Meghalaya, an unemployment-free Meghalaya. Congress is committed towards providing a job to every household in Meghalaya.
Five commitments na kaseng Congress na kabinta ka 5-star Meghalaya.
Kabobita Sharma jangka All India Congress Committee haka Arfulai terik rompang Arzar Arfulai kalabu jingkli ya ke BJP hatu ke ke Jingïada bat ke Jingkular bahkan syaki pai ba nong snong jong jala Meghalaya bat haki jela jong ka than chitai lamingi jong kari India haka bai dei ba ke jingsha thombo jong ki yeng mani haka leng kari India haka jeng kan begila pathai khubor Kabobita Sharma kala dawa ya BJP baka diwan ay jubab hatu kan penjur na ya ke anti conversion law bala menjur da Karnataka House Nam Arja Arfuar haka bai dei baka jing dawa ban petrek kam ya uniform civil code hatu ke nong rem jong ke BJP haka bai dei bat ke jala Meghalaya bat ki wei de ki jala jong ka than chitai lamingi ki badan lagi jong riti ki dustur nadu hendai hentai.
I'm just going to say a few of them which you've already known about, and they are the Assembly Dome collapse scam. There is the 816 crore COVID scam, 500 crore Muda scam, 650 crore illegal coal scam, 149 crore Saubhagya scam, 50 lakh kg rice scam, excise bond cartelization scam, casino scam, friends and family government contract scam, police purchase scam. I mean, I have done many press conferences in my life, I've been to many states, but I've never seen such number of scams. You know, this is huge, very huge. Now, the NPP-led MDA government were busy looting the people's resources. Meghalaya witnessed an unprecedented protest by teachers. As you all know, last year, the teachers in Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan were not paid. There were around 12,500 teachers. Now let's understand, teachers are our guru. They do everything for us, they teach you. These teachers were not paid for months. And they had to come out and protest. They had to come out and send postcard to Prime Minister Modi. They were owed crores of money and it was not given to them. The question today is why? Now let me tell you some statistics in this. The salary of a teacher, 90% is given by the central government and 10% is the state government. Let's understand that. So out of the 122 crore which they owe to the teachers, so what does this say? This says clearly the Bharatiya Janata Party at the center is against teachers, it's against middle class and it's against poor people. The Bharatiya Janata Party central government, and they have two MLAs here, of course they are the ones who control the NPP, are basically against teachers, basically against the middle class and poor. You all know how expensive life is now. Everything has skyrocketed with the petrol prices, gas prices, the GST for everybody. So the middle class is paying a lot and the poor. But they are they don't want to pay the teachers. And there is also a very important statistic is that Meghalaya has the tag of worst performing state in the field of education. And this is a report done by a firm, and it's called the Performance Grading Index 2021. So it's the worst, and that is after this government is coming. Let's understand that when the Congress government was in power, the salaries of the teachers were doubled. Let's not forget that, when the Congress government was in power in Meghalaya. And they have promised now in their manifesto that the teacher's salary will be paid on time. They will not have any issues. Now the other very important matter is the 6th schedule. As you all know, again, the Congress government got the 6th schedule. The 6th schedule is very important. Why? Because it gives protection and it safeguards the rights and identities of the Meghalaya's indigenous tribes, and it's very important. Now what does the present government want to do? The central government, which is again the Bharatiya Janata Party. They want to bring an amendment to the 6th schedule, and that is known as the 125th Constitution Amendment Bill, which was brought in last year. I'm sorry, it was brought in 2021. So they want to take away the 6th schedule, they want to amend it, and the protection to the indigenous people of Meghalaya, the indigenous tribes, to be taken away. So again, they are anti-tribes here, the anti-people of Meghalaya. You know, the tribal people here are very well taken care of. Their rights have always been protected by the Congress party. And here we have a government, the Bharatiya Janata Party, who silently are taking away the rights. So just in case if they come back to power, their rights will be gone. The teachers' salaries again will be unpaid. So let's not forget what will happen. Next is that the BJP poses, like, as you know, a threat to the Christians. I remember in 2021 December, Christmas time, I saw people were not allowed to pray their mass in Assam. In Haryana, they burned Santa Claus, they burned the Bible in many places. In Karnataka, it has happened. What is this? And you've got these archbishops coming out and saying, also people around the world, how this present dispensation of the Bharatiya Janata Party is against the Christian community. So, there is a Janajati Dharma Sanskriti Suraksha Manch. This is an organization backed by the RSS. Now, what have they demanded? Listen to what they've demanded. Remove the scheduled caste, scheduled tribe status, only scheduled tribe status of converted Christians. If they convert, suppose you are a scheduled tribe, and if that person converts to Christianity, remove that status of scheduled tribe. Now how can that be? What is caste? All of you, or many of us, are born with a certain caste, and religion is different. Does caste and religion come in one? No. When you convert to another religion, your caste remains the same, isn't it? So why do they want to do this? Because they don't want anybody to convert to Christianity. They want the majoritarian politics to continue here. Everybody has to dress in a certain way, everybody has to follow one religion, everybody has to eat a certain type of food. This is what they want. And as you know, that there is another thing with the Bharatiya Janata Party. They have alliance partners, as you've seen here, but what do they do to alliance partners? Now, here they have just 2 MLAs, but who is ruling? Who is in charge? Do you think it's MPP? It is the Bharatiya Janata Party. And in many states we have seen, in your next door state we have seen the Assam Gana Parishad gone, destroyed. We have seen Akali Dal in Punjab, alliance partner of BJP, finished. What has happened to Shiv Sena? They've broken the party. It's also finished. LJP, Lok Janshakti Party in Bihar, again, it's finished. They made it 2. They divided them. They divided relatives and people who are running the party. So that is what is going to happen, is that they try to get in through the alliance partner, who you believe will support the Christian community and allow them to have what they want to eat. And then once they come in and they get power here, they will change things. Do not trust the Bharatiya Janata Party, do not trust the NPP, do not trust these parties, because as we see right now what is happening is, each one are saying the other one is corrupt. You must have seen NPP saying BJP is corrupt, BJP saying UDP is corrupt. But why did it take them 16 months to understand that they were in coalition? Why did they not understand this before? Is the question we ask today. Why are they pointing fingers at each other now? Do they want to each one want to win, and afterwards they form a coalition? So these are the things you need to understand, that there is a plan here. And look at the record of scams here. Look what all has happened in the state. And then the people of Meghalaya should decide where to vote for, and understand what the Congress party has done, understand what they have given in terms of everything to this state. The other important thing is, which I wanted to speak on, is today I saw the BJP president, or I read the BJP president's interview, in which he clearly says, Mr. Ernest, if I'm not wrong his name is, that we have no issues if people eat beef here. Now we all know you must have read 3-4 days back, 2 boys were burned to death because they were just taking a cow. Cattle was with them. They were not eating it, nothing. They were burned to death in Haryana. Now the question today is, there the cow vigilantes did it, and they are under the Haryana government. And here he says you can eat beef. So I would like Mr. Amit Shah or Mr. JP Nadda to come out and say whether they have the same policy in all the BJP ruled states, because in Assam you cannot eat beef, but in Meghalaya you can eat beef. What sort of double standards are this? So to win election, you will allow, what is your belief? Do you actually believe in Gau Mata? What is your belief? The Bharatiya Janata Party should tell us today, because in Assam you can't, but in Meghalaya you can eat beef. Why these double standards? They need to answer. Pass the anti-conversion bill, which they have already passed in the state of Karnataka. As you know, the anti-conversion bill which was passed there, if anybody is converted, they say, by force, but how do we know it's force or not? People fall in love, they get converted on their will. So how do we know? If, according to that bill, if you convert, the person who converts can go to prison for up to 10 years, imagine. And a fine is around 50,000 rupees. So 10 years. Now anybody can go out and say, no, he tried to convert me. He tried to convert me and I did not want to convert. If you want to put a case against somebody. So again this says that they are against Christianity, it's Christians over here. It clearly says that. The other thing they want is a uniform civil code. Now as I've told you, they want everything uniform. We all have to eat the same thing. We all have to dress in the same manner. We all should fall in love in the same manner. Everything is uniform. So in this case, we all know that in Meghalaya, there is a unique identity, culture for these tribes. They have a unique cultural identity. They have their own ways. What is the BJP stand in regard with that? Will the Uniform Civil Code come to them? Because we always hear that. So when they talk about Uniform Civil Code, will they say in Meghalaya we'll not have it but the rest of the country will have it? Again, to win elections. So you have to understand what they do to win elections. And the other question we are asking is, what protection and guarantee will the BJP give to Meghalaya and other Christian states of Northeast on the increasing attacks on churches, which I already mentioned to you. So we see that, we have heard it, and there are a lot of attacks. Even this year in January, there was an attack, church attack, and it was a BJP district president who was accused of that attack. Virgin Mary statue was burned down. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine this sort of thing? So these are very, very, very important and pertinent things. And let me give you another statistic, is that crimes against Christian community have increased by 60% from 2014 to 2019. See, Congress government wants an inclusive government. They want anybody. We believe in diversity, we believe in inclusiveness, we want everybody to live here, do what they want, marry who they want, pray to whichever God they want. This is how the Congress party believes. But that is not what the Bharatiya Janata Party wants. They will come here, they will come slowly, sleepily, and what happens? Then they will even maybe close down the churches here. That can also happen with the Bharatiya Janata Party. You cannot believed in this, the freedom of expression, the fourth estate. And as you know that our manifesto will have a pension and other benefits for accredited journalists, which is already there in the manifesto and all of you are known. So there's a deep respect for you journalists. That is what is there with us, and we have always given that importance to the fourth estate. So what I want to reiterate is that there is a fight amongst the former allies right now, but don't believe in this fight. The Bharatiya Janata Party, when it comes in, have you seen what has happened to Assam? I have my colleague sitting here who's from Assam, and she said, we were a peaceful state. We never had issues with the other communities. Now it's daily Hindu-Muslim there. And here it will become Hindu-Christians. So let's go back to the Congress party, who has given you all so much, from the 6th schedule to the teachers' salaries, everything, double the teachers' salaries, given you all your rights. That is the Congress Party, and that's what is the Congress Party is ready to give you and will always give.